We're going to go ahead and get started. So, Amanda, if you can call the meeting to order, please. It's supposed to go ding. At this point.
Again, give me another try. I'm new to this. Let's try it again.
There we go. We're going to call this meeting to order. Thank you, Amanda. Dr. Mike Loudon, if you wouldn't mind leading us in the invocation, Pledge of Allegiance, and we're going to recite the four-way test. And everybody will remain muted except Dr.
Aloha. Let us pray. Almighty God, we give you thanks for a new Rotary year, a year which proclaims that Rotary opens opportunities. May this be a year for the Lakeland Rotary Club to shine with great opportunities under the leadership of President Joel Ivey. Lord, you've richly blessed this club throughout the past 102 years. We thank you for the ways you've blessed us this past year under President Carroll's leadership and the leadership of our board. We pray that even though we live in very strange and unusual times, we might become a beacon of hope and service to our community under President Joel. We ask all these things in your name. Amen. Now please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now please join me in the Rotary four-way test of the things that we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? Mahalo.
Thank you, Dr. Mike. I'm glad to see that your golf game has not diminished your faith. That's awesome. Trey Harden is going to lead us through the introduction of our guests and any visiting Rotarians that we have.
Good afternoon. If we have any guests or visiting Rotarians, I'd ask that you unmute yourself and introduce yourself to us.
Trey, this is Don Selvage. I would like to introduce my guest, and Jeremy Maccabee is here for the second time. Kathy Abels and I are presenting him to the club for membership. He's a former Rotarian, and he's become the commanding officer of the Salvation Army here in Lakeland, and joining his predecessors in asking to be a member of this club. So please welcome Jeremy. And Jeremy, if I can ask you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, guys. I've been a Rotarian for 4 years, was part of the Gwinnett Rotary up in Atlanta, Georgia area, and had a blast doing it. Love Rotary, love what everything that Rotary is about, and looking forward to seeing how I can come alongside you guys and everybody else in the community to better it. So thank you for the invite. I'm really excited to be down here.
Do we have any other guests or visiting Rotarians today?
This is Brock Self, and I want to introduce or reintroduce Deborah Boyington. She was about a 10-year member with our club before, and now she's back in business in Lakeland, Florida.
Excellent.
And this is Marcia.
And Marcia, I'm having a hard time hearing you. We're still having a difficult time hearing you, or at least I am.
Yeah, it sounds like you're in a can.
Well, can people hear me? This is Denny Summers. I'm the guest.
All right.
Hey, Denny, how are you?
Yeah, hey, Trey. How are you doing?
Doing well. Good to see you.
Yes, I'm very happy to be here today, and I have been working in different capacities and businesses that didn't allow me to have the time that I needed, or I didn't make the time I needed to to give back to the community. So I'm really excited about being here.
Do we have any other guests or visiting Rotarians today?
Trey, it's Kim Brunson, and my daughter is on with us, Laura Adams.
Okay. Welcome, Laura. Anyone else? Okay, I guess that's it.
Very good. Thank you. That's a pretty good tally. We got 90 participants showing up on Zoom and just very few guests. So got a pretty good head count of members, it looks like, or people are just too shy to speak up. At this point, I'd like to hear if anybody's got any happy dollars. What kind of great things are going on in your lives right now that can perk us all up? Who wants to go first?
I have a happy dollar.
All right, Sushil.
My son and daughter-in-law are here visiting with us this week, and we're going to head down to Palmetto Bay for my daughter's birthday and to visit their new home. So I'm very happy. Two
Excellent.
happy dollars.
Where did they move from?
They were in Coral Gables renting, and then they bought a home in Palmetto Bay.
Very good. That's great.
Yeah.
Any other happy dollars?
I have a happy dollar. This is Melody. I survived with no panic attack. I went driving with my daughter for the first time. So
nice.
I survived.
Did you stomp a hole through the floor on the passenger side?
No, I made her drive really slow, so I'm excited about that too. No stomping of hole, no gasping, breathing heavy. I was very mellow. I was very tired, so that's probably a good thing. So
that's awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Any other happy dollars?
Joe, Don Selvage, I'd like to add a happy dollar for the fact that the city of Lakeland has just been named the entire city as an arboretum from the Parks Association of America. It's a tribute to what the Parks and Rec Department in particular and the city has done over the years to make our city so beautiful. So congratulations to all those at the city who made that happen.
Good. Thank you, Don. Joelle?
Yes. First, I would like to say a happy dollar that we have another president with the name Joel. That's very good.
But it's spelled correctly.
Yes. Okay. And then also, I think most of you are aware that we have a new district governor being sworn in tonight. And I want to give a happy dollars in behalf of Mark Skolnick, who will be our 4th district governor from the Lakeland Rotary Club. For those of you that might not know the past history, a gentleman I never met, Ed Bentley, was a district governor in 1932-33. Mark Hollis, who many of us know, 1967-68. And Roy Asbury, 1973-74. So Mark will be the DG for 2020-21. So that's pretty cool having 4 district governors from our Lakeland Rotary Club.
That is fantastic. Thank you, Joelle. Thanks for mentioning that. Any other happy dollars?
Hey, Joel, it's Tracy Kimbrough. How are you?
I'm good, Tracy. Thank you.
I want to say happy dollars because as of this Friday, I officially turn everything over from District Treasury and we'll have a life pack. So I know Mark will be in good hands with McQueen. So the last bit of billing training goes on this Friday in Lake Placid. So just traveling mercies prayer for there. And then I'm officially done.
So thank you so much. You did 2 years, right?
5.
5. Whoa.
Yep, I termed out.
Much. Yeah, that's awesome. I know they needed your support and help and that you always do a good job. So thank you. And we look forward to having you back in our club.
No, thank you.
By that, I mean attendance. You know, you've always been a club
Hey, I'm on the call today.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you. Any other happy dollars?
Joel, it's Nate Dunham. I'm happy to be spending the week at Longboat Key with 18 family members. And while walking down the beach last night, I ran into our own Rotarian, Phil Allen. So it was good to see a familiar face.
Cool. Enjoy your week. You're off all week, right?
Absolutely.
Cheers. Any other happy dollars?
Hey, Joel, it's Julie.
Hey, Julie.
I'm so very happy to serve as your treasurer this year. And
I will be even happier when everyone pays their dues and I don't have to come after you with my vice grips, because you know that I will. So I got several messages from folks today. I'll double check on any statements that perhaps I missed, but pay your dues, people.
Very well said. I should have warned everybody that Julie is the treasurer. But yes, paying the dues is very important because we've got to pay Rotary International on behalf of all the members. So please get those in as fast as you possibly can.
And the district.
And the district, excuse me, and the district. Thank you, Julie. Any other happy dollars? All right. Hearing none, we'll move into announcements. Joelle set this up very well. Your own Mark Skolnick is the incoming district governor to be inducted tonight at 7 p.m. It's going to be on Zoom. This is a business-ish dress, according to Mark. And I certainly hope that we have good participation since Mark is coming out of our own club. But I look forward to that ceremony and presentation. And I think we all look forward to Mark's leadership at the district level. So please try to tune in if you can. Mark Skolnick, I'm going to give you the opportunity to say a few words if you would like.
Oh, thank you. I'll unmute myself. No, not really. I mean, we got a great speaker, Mike McGovern, who's the international chairman of the Polio Plus campaign, has agreed to come by Zoom. It should be an interesting program. And if you can't come at the beginning, you'll miss my grandkids, but that's okay. Come later on and enjoy it. Looking forward to having a great year. Going to be unusual, but we'll make it good. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. We're all very proud of you, my friend. We know you're going to do well, and we're here to support you. Jack Lohman, are you on? Would you like to make an announcement?
Yes, thank you, President Joel. Hang on just a second. Girls, put more hip into it. Come on. The hula girls are out practicing right now. We're running into some choreography issues, but this is what happens when you hire a hula team out of Wauchula. We'll get it straight by Saturday, I promise. But anyway, we're going to have a great party here at our house on Saturday. Luau to kick off President Joel's year, trying to make him feel at least like he visited something that resembles Hawaii via Polk County, and to wish President Carroll a job well done. So 5 o'clock at my house. Hopefully you've gotten the emails. I'll probably send out another one. If you're coming and you'd like to bring a side dish, that would be great. We've got 3 or 4 right now, so anything is welcome. But 5 o'clock, we'll have some Hawaiian-style ribs, some teriyaki chicken, a few sides, some good times, get to actually visit with people. We will be outside. We'll have tents, tables, chairs, fans, so don't feel like you're going to hopefully be sweating too much later in the afternoon. But hope you all can make it.
Great. Thank you, Jack. We appreciate that effort, too. That's going to be a good time. Come Saturday. We're looking forward to that. My wife and I are. We're going to bring toothpicks, just so you know. That's our side dish. Okay, I'll open the mic up if there's any other announcements before we move into the program, which is me. Any other announcements anybody like to make? All right, give me 1 second to do a share screen. One more second, 2 more seconds, 3 more seconds. I need a verification that you guys can see this on your screen.
Larry Rankin, yes.
Okay, good.
And
good, thank you. So, trying to get this to go to full screen. All right. Aloha, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. This is going to be a presentation about the Lakeland Rotary Club year 2020-2021. I'm really hoping this is going to be a year full of energy. I really, really hope that we have fun, and there's people that don't get the nuances of the things that are on the screen. Just bear with me for a little bit. It should reveal itself over the next couple of slides. But let me just say, have the monkeys taken over the zoo? We're in a crazy time right now, and I don't think anybody has to think too hard about that. But have the monkeys truly taken over the zoo? I don't think that they have, but yet I want you to be the judge. Let me get to the rest of this presentation. You can kind of see the direction that I'd like to take the club in, the things that we want to try to accomplish. But at the same time, we've got a lot of great people in this club that are stepping up in a big way and really trying to help make things happen. So just a little bit about me. It's kind of hard for me to believe that people don't know everything about me already, but I was born in a little town in West Texas called Pecos. And that's that westernmost dot, that push pin thing that you see in the state of Texas there. You know, as I was coming along at a young age, you know, my upbringing was a lot like everybody else's. I was born, I had a childhood, I was forced to leave town. And then in 1983, I actually joined the electric utility industry up in North Texas. There's 2 push pins up in that area. And so I spent the first several years of my career up in that area, and then I was able to get a Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering at the ripe old age of 32. And I transferred to the Texas Gulf Coast as part of that. Public Service Company New Mexico bought our company in 2005. And I transferred to Albuquerque as part of that transition. And then later, I took a job with the Imperial Irrigation District in Southern California, which is 50 feet below sea level and about 122 degrees in the summertime. And I'm telling you, when the temperature got down to 60 in the wintertime, people were wearing their parkas. And I'm not making this up. I couldn't believe my eyes. That was the longest 1.5 years of my life. The opportunity to come to Lakeland presented itself, and thankfully they chose me for the position, General Manager of Lakeland Electric. This has been the best job I've ever had. This has been the best place that my wife and I have ever had the chance to live, and we've thoroughly enjoyed being here for sure. So if you look at the picture on the left, so that is my lovely bride and I. That's the first known picture that we have of ourselves that we're willing to share. I married that beauty in 1981, and so I was 21. We've got 2 sons. They are approximately 37 and 36, and I can never remember, so I'm just going to say it that way. But the blessings that we got out of life are the 2 little ones to the right. The one in the middle is our newest, that is Gwyneth, and she is going to be 4 months old this month. She is a total pleasure. She lives in Midland, Texas with her parents. The little terrorist-looking guy on the right, that is Owen, and he is our 3-year-old grandson. He lives in Arkansas. What a pleasure the 2 of them are. And so if you're of the age, family style, that you don't have grandkids yet, you know, take heart. Grandkids are everything that everybody says that they are. In fact, I would say grandkids is God's reward for not killing your kids when they're in high school. So they are certainly fantastic, and we're enjoying them so very much. And now I'd like to introduce you to your board. Wait a second, that's not right. Yes, your board. Your board officers, of course, I am the president. Nate Dunham is your president-elect. God help us all. Julie Townsend, as you just heard, is our treasurer. Trey Harden, secretary. By the way, Julie took the reins from Jenny Harris. Jenny, thank you so much. You did a fabulous job, and we appreciate your service. Trey took the reins from Sushil. Sushil, thank you so very much for your service as well. You did a great job. And then we still have Fred Oders as Sergeant at Arms. And I think Fred's been Sergeant at Arms for the last 115 years or so. So if anybody knows who was before Fred, besides Fred, you can't answer this, but write it in the little comment section, please. And of course, having the best job on the board is Carol Wallace as past president. And Carol, we all know, did a fantastic job in her term, and we appreciate her. Your directors rolling over from the last 2-year period is Stacy Campbell Dominic, Marge Conley, Gwinnell Jarvis, Scott Reed, and then our newly elected board members, Gwen Allen, Kim Brunson, Lori Gerard, and Michael Huff. We have a great group of people. They're very staunch in their belief in what Rotary does. They're really hanging with us to make sure that we're making good decisions, and I'm proud of them, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. So our 2020-2021 Rotary theme that Dr. Mike gave away at the initial prayer, I will say I got a chance to hear Rotary International President Holger Canuck speak at PETS 2. I'll talk about that in a second. But President Holger believes that because you join Rotary, you open opportunities for yourself. And because you join Rotary, you also open opportunities for your club. And your club opens opportunities for your district, and on and on and on. He's got a very good vision for this. President Holger is about 6'3", I think. Very soft-spoken German guy, very well-intending. He's got great vision, and you can tell that he is a Rotarian for sure. Part of the process for becoming a Rotary president, you go through the president-elect, and the president-elect year. And in your elect year, you get to attend a series of seminars that we call PETS. That's President-Elect Training Seminars. So PETS 1 was last November. It was in the thriving metropolis of Brandon. And so I got to go to that, and that is a district-wide training seminar that they have, and it was very well done. PETS 2 is a statewide plus. And I say it that way because we had people from the Bahamas, and we actually had somebody representing a club out of Mexico that needed a training seminar to attend. That was very, very well done too. And I learned so much about Rotary and what the expectations were on becoming the president. PETS 3 happened. I was not able to make that one. And then every year it always culminates in the international conference that is held in June somewhere in the world. This particular year, it was to be held in Honolulu, which is an awesome place to get to go. And so I just wanted to regale you with some pictures and stories of the international conference. It was actually held in my backyard because it was done virtually. The conference had to be canceled. But I can tell you the water was just as clear and blue as you would hope it would be. In the picture on the right, you can see even an ancient waterfall back in the background there. And the foliage and everything is just absolutely wonderful. And I'm saying this in jest because that certainly was looking out my backyard. But nonetheless, the virtual part of the conference, still a lot of great people to hear from, a lot of great things to learn, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Now, lest anybody is feeling sorry for me for not getting to go to Hawaii, this is a picture of my wife and I. And by the way, we will be married this year for 39 years in about 2 months. In about 2 months, we will be married for 39 years. So this is on the island of Maui in 2011. Had a great time. We've been to Hawaii twice together. She's been 5 times without me, or 3 other times without me. So if you ever do get a chance to go to Hawaii, I encourage you to take it. All the beauty, all the things that you see and hear about, it's all true. I love it. I would go again tomorrow if I had the opportunity. Sorry that we missed it, but I've been there. I've done that. And we did get some really good training seminars along the way. So I'm going to tell you straight up, I do not feel cheated for not having gone to the Rotary International Conference. And neither does Penny for that matter. All right, looking ahead, and by the way, we're going to have plenty of time left for people to bug out early. So this is going to end quickly. Looking ahead, according to Sun Tzu, in times of chaos lies opportunities. I've been saying that for a very, very long time. And if you think about the time that we're in right now, it is chaotic, no doubt about it. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of people that are looking for leadership to step up and help show the way. And here we are as Rotarians. I think it's our job and our duty and our obligation to do this. And so my challenge to this Rotary Club is let's open those opportunities. Let's be those leaders. Let's get out there and let's show people what the way is. And let's help people have a better life and just like we did with the food pantry and whatnot, we want to make sure that we're doing the right things for the people. This is our time to shine. When I look at our fundraising opportunities, the Mercedes-Benz golf tournament, Mercedes had to cancel that, and they made the right call because they had to make that call like a month or two ago. And so they did, but Trey Harden and Jack Lohman and company, they're thinking that we might still be able to hold a golf tournament. It's going to be more of a fun-based tournament. But at the same time, I think we should still try to raise money out of this. So I'm going to give them a challenge of $5,000 net fundraising as their target. They raised a lot more than that before. I think that's a target that we can hit. The Common Ground Park that is usually funded, at least in part, by the Twilight 5K, I think that's probable, and we just need to try to meet our commitment to the Common Ground Park. Spring Obsession, I'm going to say it's likely, but I don't know. But to the extent that we do get a chance to have it, I'm challenging Matt Schichtel and Melody Ryder to have a net fundraising goal of $10,000. Now, because of the uncertainty, because of the chaos, I'm not willing to yet set a funding objective. Where would we put that money towards? But you need to know, if we don't come up with something over this next year because of the uncertainties, we always have the AED battery replenishment project and program that we're participating in. We need to make sure we have money to get new batteries in for the ones that we funded previously. Kids Pack is a perennial favorite. That's always something that we can put our money to. And then, of course, I bet Heidi Waldron would be happy to take our money for some activities at Bonnet Springs Park. So looking at goals, I haven't run through all the goals that Rotary has that you can set for your club. But these are the ones that are high level that I want to set for our club. The International Annual Fund, I want us to hit 100% club participation in terms of donating to the International Annual Fund. I think it's easy to do. It's online. You can do it a bunch of different ways. You can do it through Happy Dollars, for example. Their mantra is every Rotarian, every year, and it's really any amount. If you can't give a lot of money, that's fine. Just give a little bit. I want to tell you why this is important to me. At the end of Carol's year, she had $2,500 that was given back to this club through Rotary International, through the district, and then back to the club. So what International does is they take, in any given year, they take the amount of money that you donate as a club, and they invest that money for 3 years. And at the end of 3 years, they give 50% of that money back to the district that your club is in. And then our district takes the almost unprecedented step of giving the local clubs 50% of that money so that we can earmark it for local activities and things that we want to spend it on. Thanks to the 100% Paul Harris Fellow participation a couple of years ago, I've got $17,662.39, but I'm rounding, that was given back to our club, or is going to be given back to our club in my year. We actually prepaid that same amount and participated in the Feeding Tampa Bay and the Mega Pantry. As you know, hunger is a big issue right now. We want to make sure that people have the opportunity to eat. Our board supported me greatly on that, and I appreciate it. And so we're going to be cutting that check to Feeding Tampa Bay here over the next probably couple of weeks. Okay, that's my spiel for the annual fund. You will be hearing more from me on this as we go. The second goal is member engagement. The 0 to 5 year members, I don't want to lose you. I want you to want to stay, and I think it's incumbent upon the longer term members to make sure that we are bringing these folks into the club so that they feel like they're part of something. We are a large club. We're the largest club in the district. And so we need to make sure that we're engaging with people that we don't know. So I'm challenging us to get out of our comfort zones. And I want to start, if we ever get back in person, I want to start what I'm calling a howdy campaign. That's basically just walk up to somebody you don't know, you say howdy, you stick your hand out, you shake their hand. Maybe you're fist bumping these days, whatever the case may be. But let's be more active in other people's lives so that they do want to maintain their status as our members here, because we've got a lot of great people, but we're losing some great people too. And then we'll do some ad hoc member spotlights to make sure that they have an opportunity to help us get to know them better. The next goal is membership. As I say, we're the largest club in the district by far. We've got about 197, 198 members. I think 200 is enough. I don't think we need to worry about getting bigger. Rotary International wants every club to grow so we can continue to sustain our giving on a global basis. But I'm telling you, 200 people in our town is enough. And so I want us to be focusing on quality over quantity and making sure that we're getting the right members that can, as President Carroll had said previously, turn them into Rotarians. And then lastly, the goal, fun and fellowship. Arletta, thank you for the job that you did last year on fellowship. Jack Loman did up this year. My target for fun and fellowship is simply, yes, let's have fun. Yes, let's have fellowship. Let's engage with each other, and let's get engaged with each other's lives. All right, be nice to me, because, I mean, if you look at that face, honest to God, that's a face only a mother could love. I mean, I'm the only thing between you guys and this guy. So be nice to me, and I'll try to last out this whole year if I possibly can. But with the great support that we've got, I think that we can make it. So if you're still worried about the monkeys taking over the zoo, the young lady on the left, that is her online dating photo. Julie Townsend is our treasurer. As she said previously, her nickname is Vice Grips, and she means it. So she's got one corner covered. And then on the right is Trey Harden. He is our board secretary. It just so happens he's an attorney. So I kind of feel like I can't go wrong. I don't think that there's too many shortcuts that I can take that these guys aren't going to catch me on and keep me in the straight and narrow. So we've got a great board. We've got a great set of officers on the board, the club members, the committee structures. I can't say enough good things about the people that have stepped up on our various committees, and they are doing a very, very wonderful job. And thank you to all of you all that are participating. If you're not on a committee, please step up and start volunteering. Grab one of the committee chairs and tell them that you want to get involved and get engaged, because we certainly need everybody's help. We're looking for the best possible path forward. So in final thoughts, let's get amped up. Let's open opportunities. Let's go change people's lives, and let's go do great things like we always do. Thank you again so much for allowing me to be at the helm of this great organization. I follow on the heels of so many great people, and there are so many great people waiting in the wings to step in and take over. Honestly, I feel privileged and I feel honored to have been asked to step up and do this. So thank you for your faith, and I hope that we have a very, very great year. And that is the end of my comments. If anybody would like to step in and harass me a little bit or ask any questions or anything. Good. I'm hoping I'm not just sitting here talking to myself this whole time.
No, you're good, Joel.
Okay, thanks.
I have a question, Joel.
Yeah.
Who was in charge of those shirts? Because I remember buying one of the shirts for our club, but I never heard anything about it. Did we ever finish that up?
We did. We're trying to figure out a good way to give those out, and thank you for bringing that up, Deidre. We've had some ideas on ways that we could dole them out, and if you go to the luau, we might have an opportunity to do it there, but we'll have to see. But I would ask that you stay tuned, but we do have them, and we're looking to find a good way to give them out. We may just set up out in front of the church and just ask people to drive through and pick them up. That's a thought too. So we'll let you know over the next couple of weeks.
Okay. This is Roxanne. I'd be happy to have the shirts brought to the center with people's names on them, and they could come to the front door and pick them up. You know, just ring the doorbell and we could bring them out if you want to do that.
Okay. Roxanne, can you remind everybody where you're located?
We're at 3020 Lakeland Highlands, down by the Sam's Club, the South Sands Club and the Parkway. Between Edgewood and the Parkway in the Winn-Dixie Shopping Plaza. So it's fairly easy in and out, parking, whatever.
Okay, thank you. Roxanne, if we're able to pull that off, we'll get back with you, and then we'll get that set up, and then we'll send everybody an email and maybe a text message notification. But thank you for that.
Okay, you're welcome.
Joel, this is Brock. About how much will the AED replacements amount to, if you know?
I'm going to turn this one over to Julie, but I think it's, I don't know, Brock. I couldn't say off the top of my head. Julie, do you have that number?
I wasn't listening.
So how much are the AED battery replenishment program? How much is that going to cost?
I don't know. I've been treasurer for like 3 days.
Oh my God, enough with the attitude already.
I will find out.
Okay, Brock, good question. We will find out, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will tell you, Brock, we've been looking at kind of stashing away $5,000 a year or so, because it's an ample amount of money that we're talking about, and so we're trying to relieve the pressure on the president at that time, whoever that's going to be.
That's another good idea.
Yeah, a little bit of prepay going on.
Joel,
Hey, President Joel.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Past President Carroll.
Okay, let me, while we're on the topic of the AEDs, Hans Lehman was on the call earlier. I don't know if he still is, but he may be the person to be able to tell you a little bit more about the numbers. I think the batteries are about $500 a piece, but he might be able to tell you about the projected need over the next year.
Okay, good. Thank you. Past President Carroll, best job in the House. I heard somebody else wanting to talk.
It's me, Amanda. There's a question in the chat room from Melody about, can you share a list of what the standing committees are and who they should contact if they want to volunteer or participate on a committee?
Thank you.
The answer is yes, I can. I'm trying to see if I can find it because it's on another computer and I don't have that. I think that's something that's emailable. So maybe we can email the spreadsheet out to people, Dr. Mel, and just get a sense of, because it's changed just a little bit because we've had some different volunteers show up. But good point.
So I will send that out to everybody. I have a copy of it that you've sent to me, so I'll forward it on to everybody.
Very good. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Beth. Anybody else?
Joel,
yeah.
Beth had sent out an email that said anybody that actually logged on to this meeting would get a coupon for free electricity. Where do I cash that in?
All you got to do is stick your finger in the outlet and you can have all you can take. Especially where you are, because that is not my service territory.
No power outages this year, Joel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully not. Okay, Trey, can you lead us to the thank yous for the guests and visiting Rotarians?
Again, I'd like to thank our guests and visiting Rotarians today, Denny Simmers, Jeremy Muckabee, Deborah Boynton, and Laura Adams. I believe that was it.
All right.
Thank you for coming, and I hope that you can come back.
Thank you, Trey. Very much appreciated. Thank you all for coming and participating. Deborah, good to see you back in the hood again. We appreciate having you here. Your weekly quote: I learned the way a monkey learns, by watching its parents. That is a quote allegedly by Prince Charles. All right, folks, our next meeting is going to be the great Mayor and Rotarian Bill Muntz. Next week, he's going to give us a city update. And absent any other business, we're going to stand adjourned and be early. Amanda, ding the dinger.
Ding the dinger. Okay, hold on.
Thank you, everyone.